Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. We are doing Math 54. This is Pre-Calc B, but we're really studying trigonometry. And this is finishing up 5.4, our wrap up. We had a couple examples I wanted to cover with you guys. Maybe I'll do this as 5.4B and then we'll do a C. This one is going to be on bearing. So let's say we have radar stations A and B are on an east-west line. Uh, 3.7 kilometers apart. Station A detects the plane on a bearing of 61 degrees, while station B simultaneously detects the same plane on a bearing of 331 degrees. So we want to find the distance from A to C. All right, so we'll sketch a quick picture. East-west goes left-right. So we'll say this is point A and this is point B. And A is on and this is 3.7 kilometers. Station A detects a plane on a bearing of 61 degrees. Remember, bearing, when there's no letter listed, is an angle off the north or straight vertical. So this is 61 degrees. So it's somewhere along this path. And station B simultaneously detects the same plane at 331 degrees. So we're going to go 331 degrees around. This is 270. So to get to 331, we're like that. That's 331 degrees. If I subtract 270, I can see that this angle right here is 61 degrees. And I know these should add up to 90 degrees. So 90 minus 61 gives me 29 degrees. And I can find this angle right here if I do 180 minus those two. Minus A and B equals C. 180 minus 29 minus 61 equals 90 degrees, which is C. So this is actually a right triangle. And this is point C up here. So we wanted to find the distance from A to C. This is opposite of B. And C, so this is opposite of B. And this is hypotenuse. So I could do sine of 61 degrees equals opposite, which I don't know, that's what I'm looking for, over hypotenuse is 3.7 kilometers. So opposite is 3.7 times sine of 61 degrees in kilometers. That's an exact answer. And we can figure out the actual amount, or an approximation of it, I should say. I'm in degrees still, good. 3.7 times sine of 61. I'm getting opposite equals 3.236092916. It looks like everything, the smallest number of sig figs we have is 2. So we'll use 2 sig figs. That's in kilometers. So A to C is 3.2 kilometers. That's the first example I wanted to do. All right, let's take a look at another one. In fact, I'll speed up a little bit by putting this right on the screen so you can see what we're doing. I'm going to cover the picture up for now because don't always know it. A ship leaves port and sails on a bearing of north by 47 degrees east for 3.5 hours. It then turns and sails on a bearing of south 43 degrees east for 4 hours. If the ship's rate of speed is 22 knots, which is nautical miles per hour, find the distance that the ship is from port. So we'll do this here. Oh. So ship leaves north by 47 degrees east for 3.5 hours at 22 knots. And then south 43 degrees east for 4 hours. And that gives 4.0 hours at 22 knots. So it looks like we're looking at 2 sig figs. So north 47 degrees east is 47 degrees east off the north, which is about that way. We'll say it goes for 3.5 hours. It gets to this point. And then it goes south 43 degrees east. So 43 degrees east is like that. Oh, it goes for longer, so it's probably going to go further than the first part did. And we want to know, find the distance that the ship is from port. That would be, this was port. So we're looking at this right there. So we know oh wow, it is even on the side like that. Okay. So that's 47 degrees. So by the alternate interior angle thing, 47 degrees there. 47 and 43 makes 90. So we know that's a right angle. And our first side, they went 3.5 hours at 22 knots per hour. So well, knots is in per hour. So 22 times 3.5. 22 is 66 plus 11 is 77 knots. Not knots, nautical miles. So we'll say 77 miles. I don't know how a difference between a nautical mile and a regular mile is. And then we had 22 times 4.0. That's 88 nautical miles. So this side is how far this one went. Oh, wow. Let's do this. I wasn't expecting the room to darken like that. So that's 88 miles there. All right, so what can we do? Well, we have two sides. And we're looking for side 3. We're looking for a distance. They didn't ask for heading. So we can do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So 77 squared plus 88 squared equals 13,673 nautical miles squared. And that's c squared. So we'll take the square root of both sides. And c equals 116.93160039 miles. We only have two significant digits, so we should only round to two. So this looks like we're rounding up. We're going to say C is approximately 120 nautical miles. Okay, that's it for the bearing one. We'll do the subtense in the next video.